Hi there, my name is Alana, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the worst product from 20 different brands. So I'm going to be showcasing 20 products that do not work for me. Now, I'm going to leave a video link down below. I recently did the 20 best products from 20 different brands, and I had asked you guys if you'd be interested in seeing kind of the worst of version. I got some comments back that people would like that. So, before we dive in, this is just makeup. I may have a different skin tone than you. I may have a different undertone. I have dry skin. You might have oily skin. So, while some of these products I do think are quite literally garbage, others of them might just not be the right fit for me or my makeup style. And if you love any of these products, that is really cool. I'd love to hear from it down below. But these are 20 products that I absolutely do not recommend, especially if you have dry skin or skin with an undertone and a tone like mine. So I put the disclaimers out there. And before we dive in, I have one more disclaimer. So I've been on YouTube for a while and I have a lot of makeup, and maybe a year or two ago I started feeling just really overwhelmed by the amount of makeup I was receiving, the amount of makeup in my collection, and I don't really like the idea of doing a declutter, because my view is basically, if I've already bought it, like, I'm not going to get rid of it for the sake of getting rid of it. So I started a sort of I haven't really shared this, but a declutter by just buying less. It wasn't a no buy, but it was just, I would look at a product, and if I could already tell it wasn't going to work for me, whether the tone or if I just knew that I didn't like products like that, I just stopped buying it. And sometimes a brand would be like, hey, like, are you interested in receiving this collection? And I'd take a look at it and I'd be like, not really. So some of these brands, the reason I share that is some of these brands I have only tried a few products from, or I've only tried a few products recently. So in some cases there was like a product that turned me off that might not be available anymore. And yeah, anyways. So I've put that out there. So let's get into the 20 worst products from 20 brands that, at a minimum, these brands are pretty well respected. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Many of these products I've decluttered, so if needed, I will pop a little picture up here. But we're gonna start off with Charlotte Tilbury. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I love Charlotte Tilbury. I'm always talking about Charlotte products. I actually have a playlist with over 55 videos dedicated to Charlotte Tilbury makeup. So you could say I'm an addict. Of all the Charlotte Tilbury products I've tried, the single worst is the Latex Love. These are a very thick, opaque lip gloss. I almost want to say they're like a lip vinyl. They're like really, really thick. They're kind of patchy. I find you need to apply a lot of product. And if there's one thing I really hate filming, it just embarrasses me to no end, it's when I get lipstick on my teeth. But when you're constantly putting on makeup, like, sometimes mistakes happen. 100% of the time that I have worn Latex Love, lipstick ends up on my teeth. And it's not flattering, right? It doesn't look good. But then the worst is if I wear it on camera, then I get a comment with people telling me, and I'm like, I know, I saw it in the editing. So I don't wear them anymore. I don't want that on film. I don't want that out in my real life. And I don't want you guys to have that experience. So I actually have a little box of Charlotte Tilbury products that I don't use. It's like a makeup graveyard. I can't declutter them because sometimes I want to reference them in videos. Yeah, so. Next up, from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little petty. Parts of this video will be petty. I'm not really sorry about that. But for me, it was the 25 pan Norvina palettes. When Anastasia Beverly Hills was in her prime, like back in the 2015, 2016 days of YouTube, you know, when she was coming out with Master by Mario and Modern Renaissance and Soft Glam and all of those kind of palettes and the vibe, like, it was beautiful. Like when Soft Glam was not only the palette, but it was like the look. Like it was perfect. And then this beautiful brand that had beautiful complexion products and flattering makeup, they took this really weird turn to Norvina. And I actually think, and I have no real data to support this, so this is purely my opinion, I kind of think that when ABH took that pivot towards Norvina, colorful, kind of, I know people like colorful makeup, but like her stuff just started to look junky, right? It didn't look as elevated as it used to. I honestly think when Anastasia Beverly Hills made that turn, Charlotte Tilbury was just able to take over that share of the market, and Charlotte's winning. Okay, so on to Benefit. I generally like Benefit products, and like they've done a really good job at reformulating like the new blushes, the Hoola bronzer. The new bronzer is like a step above. But for me, I don't like their Professional primer. Now, I do like their Professional hydrating primer, but the reason I really don't like Professional is it's very thick. It kind of has that silicone type feel, and it just doesn't sit nicely on my skin. I think that if you were someone with oily skin, that product might work really well for you because it's going to keep your makeup like put. I have really dry skin, so the last thing I want is anything that feels drying or thick or heavy. I also just think that my makeup tastes have evolved to preferring more of a light, dewy, softer focus type of makeup. Like for example, the foundation I'm wearing today, I'm not even using a primer, I just use moisturizer, and I'm wearing the Yensa Skin Serum foundation, and it's really lovely, very lightweight, really, really soft. Okay, so next up, on to Buxom. Again, I like a lot of Buxom products. I think they have fantastic lipsticks, but their plumping lip gloss. Now I want to be clear that the plumping lip gloss, it does what it says. It plumps, but at a cost. It hurts my lips, okay? It makes them stingy and uncomfortable, and one of my biggest philosophies in makeup is that makeup, and really beauty in general, shouldn't make you physically uncomfortable. And as we get through this list, you are going to find that as a recurring theme. I really don't like tingly lip products from anybody, and regretfully, the Buxom ones are so good at plumping up your lips that they have a lot of tingle. So if that's a product you're looking for, it's fantastic. I'm just never looking for a product like that. And FYI, it was really hard for this video not just to be listing all of the matte lipsticks, because I hate liquid matte lipsticks. And I know I used to like them, but my skin's gotten a lot drier as I inch closer to 30. And so yeah, I could honestly have just done this video just listing whatever the liquid matte lipstick from each of these companies is and being like, this is the worst. But I kind of had to like hold myself back a little bit because that's not necessarily fair to the brand, and it's not really fun for you guys to watch. So I only have put the lip products that I hate when I truly despise them. But to be clear, for Buxom, they live up to their claim. Other people I know love them. I love their lipsticks personally. Okay, so on to Day. So this is a newer brand at Sephora. It's a shampoo and conditioner brand, or it's a hair care brand, okay? So it's really funny because I got, on a number of recent Sephora orders when I picked my free samples, I've managed to get like a duo of their shampoo and conditioner. It's a pretty good size pack. So I've used it a couple of times. I brought it with me when I was traveling because like it's just a great way to travel. And both the shampoo and conditioner smell beautiful, but the shampoo felt really, really stripping. Like it made my hair feel squeaky clean, and that is just not something I am looking for. I am not looking for squeaky clean hair. It feels really uncomfortable. Now what's funny is by the time you use the conditioner, it takes that away. It leaves your hair feeling really soft. So the final look when you use them together is beautiful, but I don't enjoy the feeling of the shampoo in my hair before I put the conditioner in, and that's just not something I've noticed about other shampoos and conditioners I've owned. So I feel like that says something that I'd pick up on it. Like I have a lot of hair. This is all my hair. There's a lot of it. And I have to spend a lot of time like shampooing and conditioning, so I don't know, the feeling matters to me. Okay, so next up from Ilia. Another brand where I like a lot of their things. I do not like their volumizing mascara. I find it is kind of flaky. I find it's hard to sort of build up. I find like getting it out of the tube is a fight. I don't like the brush. Like I just don't like really anything about it. And the reason I find that so disappointing is I love their lengthening mascara. I think their lengthening mascara is fantastic, easy to work with, a good wet formula, but I don't know. It's like everything I love is in the lengthening mascara and everything I hate is in the volumizing mascara. So again, I'm just putting that one out there. Okay, so next up we have Item Beauty. Now, first of all, I picked up a lot of Item products when they were first launching because I could get them for $3, or like $3 US as add-ons through Ipsy. So I picked up a number of products, and then they launched at Sephora, and I was like, that's weird. Anyways, I don't really care for their lip glosses. I think it's called the Lip Quip, but I just find it's like mediocre at best. And I generally feel that way about the brand as a whole. I do like their brow products, but the lip gloss in particular, like, I know that you have to reapply lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss kind of person, but you know, like, to me, doesn't deserve to be sold at Sephora, and is only sold at Sephora because Addison's Rae from TikTok, her name is on it, like it's her brand. And I just expect a little more quality control from Sephora. From Kaja, lots of products from them I love. But the stamp blush, I have it, and every time I put one stamp on my cheek, there's way too much product. And maybe if you're into like Lauren May beauty, like her kind of blush draping style, which is ethereal and beautiful, but for me, not something I feel confident wearing out of the house. I find it's wet. I find it's like really kind of difficult to just work into the look. And I think it's more of a gimmick than it is a quality product, because you like stamp a heart on your cheek. Kosas. So this one, I have a lot of feelings about Kosas, okay? I'll start by saying that I know they get a lot of love, but I don't think they deserve it, okay? I have yet to try a product from them where I am head over heels in love with, and honestly, I don't really want to try more products from them. But the liquid eyeshadows are literally garbage. I apply them on my lid, and my eyelids typically, like, they're not greasy, they don't crease, but those things crease so quickly, and it's so unflattering when you're like out at work or at an event and you've got like this like thick like crease city in your, I just think that they should be able to do better. So no. Natasha Denona. Okay, so Natasha Denona is one of those brands where she does one thing exceptionally well, and that is eyeshadow. And she's not like a straight A student, you know, like she's really good at one subject. Let's say she's really, really good at English. You know, she knocks it out of the park there. But her other classes, like, the grades are slipping. And I gotta say, her blush duos, just disappointing. So I picked a whole bunch of them up from BoxyCharm last year. And I'm so excited because, like, Natasha Denona, at the time I'd only ever used her eyeshadows. I was like, yes, like, Natasha Denona products, like, lucky me, I'm getting these for a steal. And I wasn't overwhelmed by them. They weren't bad. They were perfectly fine. And if they were from any other brand, I'd probably be like, these are fine. These are nice. But it's just knowing that Natasha is capable of so much more in her formulas. It just made me say, I'm gonna stick with her eyeshadows, thanks. Speaking of Natasha, I feel like, you know, the next girl on the list is Pat McGrath. And again, Pat McGrath, like 10 out of 10 when it comes to eyeshadows. 9 out of 10, I'd say, when it comes to complexion. Like, really, really excels in those two subjects. Like, A pluses, like, just knocking out of the park. She's gonna be on the honor roll. But her lipsticks, they apply nicely, they look good on, but they dry out in the packaging so quickly. And I went to put on one of my Pat McGrath lipsticks the other day, and it was like the entire lipstick had like shrunk, and it was no longer like secured in the packaging, and it just, like, I tried applying it, and it was just not good. It was just not good. And it was beautiful when I put it on, so I just think that maybe she needs to work on the shelf life, and maybe a more secure component would help. So again, great when you get it and you apply it, but the longevity is not there. Rare Beauty. It is really hard to criticize Selena Gomez's brand. It's difficult. It's a great brand. That being said, the one product that to me doesn't really fit is her soft matte lip cream. Now, I will give her credit. It is much more comfortable than many other liquid matte lip products, okay? Credit where credit is due. But everything else is so dewy and lightweight and glowy and glossy. And then it's like she just has this like matte lip product. And while it's good, it's not great like the rest of her products. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's good quality, but it doesn't knock my socks off the way her liquid blushes or her new lipsticks. I'm actually wearing one of her new lipsticks today, and I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I'm pretty sure it's in the shade Humble. Anyways, okay, next up, Smashbox. That is a brand that I have not purchased from in a while. However, all of their foundations lean very, very yellow on me. And I don't like it. I think I have a neutral, maybe like a neutral cool undertone, but I don't feel like I have a warm undertone. And when a foundation is too yellow on me, I think it looks like a mask. Like it all looks fake. I hate when makeup looks like a mask. And I just find that their foundations, like BB creams, etc., they sit on my skin as like a yellow mask. Now, many years ago, when there wasn't as many like different undertones available for foundations and different shade ranges, I did use their BB cream a lot and I loved it. But even that was a tinge yellow. But it's not so much the BB cream, it's like the foundations. So yellow. So if you have a skin tone like mine, Smashbox is just not for you on the foundation front. Okay, Tower 28. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't really like their cream blushes. When their cream blushes first came out, I think I was just really attracted to the idea of having a cream blush in my collection. And it really feels like over the last year or two, so many brands have come out with so many more cream and liquid blushes. And I like all the other ones I've tried a lot more. I find their cream blush, now compared to what's available on the market, it kind of sits on top of the skin and like feels sticky. It doesn't melt in, it doesn't blend out, and it's just kind of annoying to work with. It's one of those products where it doesn't pair well, you know, with powder. Like it wants to play by its own rules, and that's fine, but I really feel like the new cream and liquid blushes that are on the market, they play well with powder. They're more of a team player, you know? And I really feel like the Tower 28 one's kind of like choose me or don't, right? Whereas I feel like the newer ones on the market, especially Rare Beauty, especially Nars, are like, hey, pick me, but like, I want to work with your friends too. And that's just more my vibe. Tarte. The Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. One, I despise the packaging. Like, why is the tube in this like thick, like fabric-y plastic case? Like, it's bulky. I don't like it. I think it's kind of wasteful, so you lose a point on that. But then the mascara itself, like the wand is very small. It's hard to build up. And it's kind of flaky. Like it's not great. Okay, every time I would like see one in a Tarte set, I'd always be like, oh, that mascara again. It's like, look, it's a mascara. But for me, we're just not friends. Too Faced. I feel like so many Too Faced products are just like disappearing and they're reformulating. And anyways, for me, we're gonna bring this all the way back to Buxom. I hate the Too Faced lip injections. And the reason I hate them is they live up to every single product claim. So if you are looking for a like lip enhancing, like tingle, like honestly, as I'm talking about this, I feel like my lips are tingling, being like, don't do it to me, don't do it to me. So they're very effective. They're just effective at something I hate. I think they look pretty. I think that they wear well. But they make my lips hurt, and the minute I put it on, I just want to wipe it right off my face. And even when I like wipe it off, there's still like the tingliness happening, and it's not good. It's not good. Okay. Bite Beauty. For me, it is the new Agave lip mask because they replaced a perfectly good lip mask, and now the brand is closing up shop, and I really feel like they just bungled the entire rebrand. Like, they wanted all their products to be vegan. I don't think the market was demanding that their products be vegan, but they took all the products off the shelves and then they released them like slowly one by one. I think they should have updated them one by one. You know, there was no one who said like everything Bite needs to be vegan tomorrow. And then they took some incredible formulas And what they brought them back with just weren't as good. And it was kind of like, oh, but it's vegan. It's like, yeah, but if it's vegan but it's not good, like, it needs to be vegan and good. Like, I totally support there being vegan makeup products out there, that's great, but be vegan and be great. Don't be one or the other, like, be both. And that one just hurt because it was such a great product. And now we'll have neither on the market, so I don't know. I feel like that could be a whole other video. Next up, we have Danessa Myricks. And I've only tried one product really from her, and I didn't like it. It was the eye, lip, cheek pigment. And the one I had, it was more like sparkles suspended in like a very lightly tinted kind of gel. So it was not particularly pigmented. It's probably just not a product meant for me, but I tried putting it on my eyes and it immediately felt very heavy and sticky and it didn't stay put. And then I put it on my cheeks and it was like, it was such an effort to get rid of all of the glitter and it just was not good. Maybe it's like, I think it's probably more of an artistry product. It's probably not meant for me and the kind of makeup I enjoy, but I didn't like it and that made me sad because I was so pumped to try from her. But that product just left such like a sad face in my heart that I haven't tried anything else. Fenty. Fenty overall, I have a lot of respect for the brand, but the matchsticks, I had a number of them and I tried to love them. I tried to get on the hype train and it's like, I think I didn't mind them at the time, but looking back, they were really hard to blend out. They were like hard, like dragging on the face. You know, now I'm sort of at the point that I'd rather my cream products be in a jar or a pan so that way I can put the brush in and buff it into my face. Like I'm wearing a cream bronzer today. This one's from Charlotte Tilbury. But the sticks, like I'd be dragging it on my face and it just wasn't fun, wasn't good. Lots of other Fenty products I enjoy, but the sticks are just not for me. And the last brand we have is Hourglass. And I gotta say, it's the Hourglass lip liners for me. Not good. I had one, I think it was Icon or Iconic Red, and it felt like in a matter of no time, the thing had just dried out, it shrunk, it didn't work, and it was just a shame because I really enjoyed it when I got it, and I loved wearing it, but it just dried out so quickly, and again, for Hourglass pricing, I just need a little more longevity. So there you have it. The 20 worst products from 20 brands, and I think basically all these brands are available at Sephora. In fact, I'm pretty sure they all are. Anyways, I'm gonna leave a video link down below with my 20 best from 20 brands. They're not the same brands in each video, but I hope that you will enjoy it. If I have offended you on any of these makeup products, I'm kind of sorry, but kind of not, because at the end of the day, it's just makeup. It's just pigments and powders and creams that we put on our face to feel pretty. And to me, if I put on a product and it doesn't make me feel pretty, I don't want it in my life. Like I put on makeup to feel prettier. So, and I hope that's what you do too, if you want to. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any other videos you'd like me to do, leave it down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe because here at Classy on the Run, we love talking about luxury and high-end makeup and beauty. And one thing I'm so excited. We're gonna be doing a dupe video. My e.l.f. order finally arrived. Today's Friday, Friday, August 5th. And the Halo Glow liquid filter finally just arrived. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one. And yeah, I've been like waiting with bated breath, so I cannot wait to give that a try. So if you want to see that video, definitely subscribe because it'll be up soon. Bye. Mwah.